Zombie Santa Claus, Axe Murderer Edition by Astrid Addams. Narrated by Collin Clark. All proceeds will be donated to Bacchus Residence Rescue. Zombie Santa Claus, Axe Murderer Edition by Astrid Addams. Narrated by Collin Clark. A giant Santa Claus with a Hell's Angel's beard, neck tattoos, and a torn, grimy red uniform strode down the alley. He swung the fire axe, gripping it in a humongous tattooed fist. The two big men with chains and a baseball bat, laying into a third man who was curled up on the floor in the fetal position, stepped away from their victim and set upon the giant Santa Claus. He dispatched them in seconds and stood triumphantly over his fallen opponents, axe held high above his head. Zombie Santa Claus, Axe Murderer Edition, available in all good toy stores now, the tough voice from the television informed the two children, who sat on the floor together, staring at the screen in their dishevelled and dark front room. The kids were a boy and a girl, both about 7, with brown hair and light blue eyes. Both faces had the red puffy look of recent tears, and it was clear to anyone who saw them that they were twins. The girl had a big, goofy grin on her face as she stared at the screen. The boy stared in the direction of the screen, but saw nothing. "Children, get your coats. We're going into town," their mother called from the kitchen as she dried her hands on a tea towel. Sophie was on her feet in seconds, switching the television off. Then she skipped to the door leading to the hallway. By the time Dexter had stood up, his sister was handing him his coat and shoes. Mother came through from the kitchen, and Sophie handed her own coat. Their mother's drawn-tight face was also red and puffy, and framed with the brown hair her children had inherited. She managed a tight smile. It was a rare occurrence. "Mother, can we go and see Santa Claus at the toy shop? It's right next to the supermarket," Sophie asked innocently. Their mother frowned. I don't know. What would your father say?" Mother chewed her lip, and Sophie frowned back. "Weren't we really good when the policeman came and asked us?" There was a pause, and Sophie and her mother looked at each other. "Yes, you were Mother's little angels, not like—" Mother flushed, breaking the silence at last. Sophie smiled, and even Dexter, sensing his sister.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?